Hello, I'm Dr. Liam Mason. I'm a clinical scientist and clinical psychologist here at UCL, and my team focuses on trying to better understand the changeable moods that people with bipolar experience. Our research is going after questions about how mood operates in the brain, which is something that we still know very little about. And I'm very lucky to lead a team of excellent researchers here at UCL, as well as to work alongside a number of folk with bipolar who are informing and improving the research that we do here.
Hi, my name is Ilinka Angelescu, and I'm a PhD student at the Max Planck Center for Computational Psychiatry at UCL. My research is best summarized by the following question: how can we use technology to better understand mental health? I've always been interested in studying the brain and how people think and how they make decisions. The goal of my work has always been to help as well. So I came to UCL to work with Dr. Mason on a project looking at how mood instability affects our daily lives, our perception of reality, the things we learn, the decisions we make, and what we remember. I'm now in my final year of PhD, and I hope to be working in this field for many years to come.
So everyone experiences changes in their mood when things in their daily lives are going better or worse than expected. And I think we can all relate to times where we've kind of got trapped or stuck in a low mood. And often when we're feeling this way, it makes other things in our life feel more difficult and possibly less enjoyable or less rewarding than they were before. And that in turn can kind of intensify that low mood and cause it to build up. And it's very similar for folks with bipolar, both for negative moods but also for positive moods. And for many, it's a double-edged sword, because a positive mood can kind of help really sort of supercharge your focus and motivation and make your goals seem that much more rewarding. On the other hand, if mood climbs too high, things can become quite frightening and feel out of control for the person. And so here, if mood is kind of very, very elevated, it might cause the person to take much bigger risks than they normally would. The key idea here is that the world around us doesn't need to change for our perception of it to change. And this phenomenon is something that we've come to call the mood bias.
We are working on launching a study called BI-MODAL. To do this, we've developed a smartphone app called Project Happy that you can freely download on the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is short and fun and easy to play and includes a few games looking at effort, risk-taking, motivation and learning, as well as some surveys and questionnaires. The surveys track our day-to-day moods, and the questionnaires ask about common mental health problems. These can tell us, for example, to what extent people's moods influence their enjoyment of a future event, and to what extent that enjoyment can drive further escalations in mood. Another aim of the app is to use the data from the games, link it to the surveys to be able to predict how people are feeling or how they might be feeling in the future. In the future, we hope that this would help predict when somebody's mental health is about to decline before it actually happens. This would allow them to seek treatment or help and maybe prevent further escalations in mood.
And in addition, in the clinic, traditionally, we have focused on trying to find ways to really kind of dampen mood or to avoid strong moods. And I guess what we're hoping to find some more insight from this study is really to ask a different question: is can we instead help people to set aside their mood in the moment rather than to squash it down? And by doing that, to give them a little bit more control over the effects that mood can have in biasing our decision making. And hopefully that's going to lead to some new ways forward for psychological therapies to help people better manage their moods and their well-being.